Hey, good morning everyone. So today we're going to do a wall stretch. You need a wall. That's going to be the hardest thing really. When I've gone to train people in their apartments or houses, having a big empty wall space is really kind of the hard thing, right? So maybe you're lucky enough or you can clear a spot away, right, to find some wall. This is going to be all in our back. So you want to have maybe something on the ground, a nice mat that you feel comfortable to rest against. I really like this wall stretch because I don't have to do a lot of work. The wall is doing most of the work as far as giving me that resistance, that pushback. So I wanted to kind of reintroduce this if you haven't done it with me before, because I think it's a really valuable stretch. We've done chair, we've done table. It's time for the wall. So to start with, come on down, right? And you want to get as close as you can to the wall so that there's very little space between your hips and the wall. If you push against the wall, right, so I'm next to the wall, there's nothing there, and then roll onto your back from there so that your legs go up the wall. So that's what we're trying to do, legs up the wall. Now if that's too much on the low back, right, you don't have to start next to the wall, just kind of start more into the middle of the room, roll onto your back, right? So you can see there's a lot of space between me and the wall right now, but that's okay if that's where your body's at, right? You just want to get as close as you can, so just kind of keep scooching close as much as you can, and then legs up the wall. Okay, so we're going to start here. Let's take a big stretch. Arms overhead, legs up the wall, and use lots of breath. Now this in itself is a great stretch, right? We got the legs dropping back into the pelvis. We got the low back being affected. You know, sometimes it's hard just to sit up, right? But with the floor and with the wall and me sort of wedged in between, I can really get that nice easy opening in the low back. Besides, if I travel a lot or, you know, just the blood pooling that happens in the legs, that's nice. You can just give those legs a break. That's going to prevent things like blood clots, that sort of thing. So anytime you feel like just going on a rest, just try elevate those legs a little higher. Really good for your body. Okay, so enough to stay here. Maybe this is your stretch today, right? But we're going to go a little deeper with each leg first. So let's bend your right leg. I'm taking left leg off the wall. So left leg is just off the wall. I'm going to circle out left ankle first. So get the clicks out of your toes, right? Maybe you did a lot of jumping today, or a lot of pushing with the ball of the foot. So just kind of give yourself a little break there, right? By the way, if you don't need this right knee bent, no need, right? It's a little easier if that right leg's bent, but you decide what's right for you. So I'm going to take the leg straight here. So just pulling forward and back, using your exhales, just beginning motion here. We're going for length, right? So stretching, going for long, lean muscle. So go for length through this left leg. And you're breathing every time that leg is coming in. All right, if you kick up through that left heel, it's going to engage the head of the hamstring a little bit more. So between your butt and that heel, getting a nice length on that left leg. All right, same left leg, check it out, off to the side and up to the center. Yeah, off to the side. So just wave it side to side first. We could be doing this if we were just sitting, right? If we were sitting up. But really nice to give the back a break. Right? Using your exhale to kick out through that left side as far as it wants to go. Let's do one more. All right, helping that leg back in. Let's climb that leg just a little bit. Can you get your nose above the knee? Go for a little more height. Get a good hold that leg. Exhale, head and shoulders back down. Right. So go for shoulders out of ears, hips toward the wall, leg up towards ceiling. Yeah. One more time, a little higher. Good hold. Exhale, head and shoulders back down. Okay, so if your right knee was bent, now's the time to straighten it back up towards ceiling. Left foot over right knee. So if you look at your legs, it looks like a figure 4. Okay. Lower the right foot down. Now, I love this stretch. Love this stretch. Great on a foam roll. Good on the ground, but
especially good on the wall here. So the lower that right foot, the more, right, you're going to feel this in that left hip. Absolutely okay if that low back comes off the mat. Now you don't really want it way up in the air, but maybe just a little, so that gravity, when you relax your muscles, gravity is going to help sink the legs, the hips back down. Okay, so I only went down maybe a foot, and that's plenty for me. Left hand on left knee, push left knee toward the wall. So use your exhale, right? So we got that, the hips sinking, shoulders out of ears, and then maybe a little extra coaching here with that left hand to help the knee go toward the wall. And of course, always huge, big oceans of breath, right? Just all over you. Don't want to hold that exhale in. All right, 2 more here, 2 more. Now as body opens up here, let's see if we can maybe take the leg down, to take that right foot down just a little bit more. Because my body opened up and relaxed enough where I could just do a couple breaths there. So just stopping here, closing your eyes. Let's take 20 seconds. Wherever you feel it most, that's where you take your breath, right? So in your mind's eye, inflate that area and then let it go. Breathe into it. Just feel if we can get a little more muscle release. Okay. 1 more breath. Big breath. All right, good. Now you may have to back off that right foot just a little bit. We're going for the left foot. 2 hands over that left foot, right? Hand over hand. Little tiny pulling foot overhead. Now maybe you have baby. You were once a baby, it's true, where that foot wasn't so far away from you. So this is a great position to feel you can get that foot a little farther over the head. Feels okay. Take the head and shoulders up. See you pull that foot over the head. Good for the low back, good for the hip. As long as you're using your breath, you are never yanking anything, right? Why would you do that? It doesn't seem right. Don't yank your stretch. Good, 1 more here. All right. Let's place that left foot back over the right knee. All right, these legs, so straight right leg now, straight up towards ceiling. Let the legs fall over to the right. See, this is where you need a lot of wall stretch that can help. If you're challenged spatially, right, don't have enough space, this is, if you're able to, you can also tuck this right foot in. Right, we're going for a twist here. Or just let the legs kind of just collapse over onto the right side. But if able, right, you want to go for the straight or long right leg, and that left knee is still bent, left foot on the ground. Twisting, head and shoulders up towards sky, right hand on the knee, push and release. So really trying to create a lot of space in this area. Using your exhale. I'm using my left hand here to kind of mold. Sorry, I'm back. Okay. Pushing and releasing, 2 more breaths. And that was it for that. Just let that left leg extend out if it was bent. And then just a big getting out of bed morning stretch. Just open up here. Okay, 1 more breath. All right, on that side, bring the knees into center, knees into center. Yeah. All right, making a little ball now. So feet on the wall, head and shoulders up. Try wrap your arm, elbow to opposite hand, over the legs. Good hold, head and shoulders back down on an exhale. Right, so a little hug here. Really trying to make your body as small as possible. While I'm resting here, low back being pushed to the mat, shoulders still out of ears. Like there's a tennis ball between chin and chest. That kind of space. You don't want to collapse your breath there. So do that 1 more time. Try to get up a little higher, tighter hug. As you exhale, head and shoulders back down. Use your back muscles to push your low back to the ground. And that neck, jaw relaxed. 1 more breath. Shoot those legs up the wall, right where we started. Arms overhead, legs up the wall. Great. Now before we start the other side, let's do this. Bend, arms straight up towards ceiling, arms straight off to the side, and then just bend at the elbows. Okay? So elbows going straight out for my shoulders, like a scarecrow. Hands touch the ground. Don't move the elbows. Exhale, take the hands forward. Can you take the hands that touch the ground here? Just forward and back. Exhale back. Exhale forward. Keep going. So, easy for me to take my hands on the ground this way. For me, this not so much. Like this is it. Like there's still a lot of space between the ground and that's where my shoulders are at. Right? So just every exhale, rotate those shoulders. Using your breath. Good. 10 seconds. Nice. And just FYI, guys, usually muscles a little tighter for us in the shoulders, so if no shame, no feel. This is it. Good for you. That's it. Just play with that extra edge though on each end. All right, and go ahead, relax that. Great. Okay, let's do the same thing on the leg now. So that left leg is bent. Left leg is bent a little bit. Right leg coming up. Grab that right leg. Exhale, forward and back. See, nice to rest the back. Right, don't have to worry about falling over. And in the meantime, right, we're still getting those hips to drop. This hip attachment area down here, just really always trying to open it up instead of having to be rounding over. 2 more bounce. Hold that foot in for a second. Let's do the ankle. Get the clicks out of the toes. Point, flex the toes. Wiggle the toes. I'll say it again. Toe love. Toe love. That's right, Keith. Not a bad thing, toe love. Here we go. Off to the side. Exhale. Bring it up to center. Inhale to the side. Exhale, center. So not just wave legs side to side. Go for length. Length, length, length. All right, feels okay? Left leg can go straight up the wall while you do this. See, if we were sitting up trying to do this, it takes a lot of core strength and a lot of back strength to sit up. But I don't have to worry about that on the wall. Good. One more here. In the center, let's climb up your leg. Head and shoulders up. Good, a good hold. Exhale, head and shoulders back down. Bring the leg back with you. Let's do it again. Head and shoulders up a little bit higher. Get a good hold. And exhale, head and shoulders back down. If your left leg is straight, if the left leg was bent, now's the time to lengthen it. Right foot up over the left knee. Figure 4. Lowering your left foot down. Use your breath here. The lower it goes, right, the more intense. Try not to get too high with that butt, right? Keep it toward the ground. A couple inches maybe is okay if it's off the mat. Right hand on the knee. Let's push and release. Exhale, push and release. So if there's, keep going, if there's 2 takeaway stretches for you in this series, legs up the wall, really good. Oh, there's 3 actually. Legs up the wall, we haven't done the 3rd one yet. This one, right, and then the one we'll do coming up soon. Couple breaths here. Using the heat of your breath to push and release. One more here. Now maybe plenty just to stay here, enjoy that. Hip opening. For more, we had hand over the right foot. It's free. Maybe a little motion here. Maybe a little forward and back. Exhale, foot over the head. We had the head raising to go a little higher. Maybe 4. I think there's 4 takeaway stretches. The wall is really valuable. 2 more, wherever you got, just kind of play with that right leg, right foot. That right knee off to the side. All right, on that. Taking left leg up towards sky, right foot over the left knee. Keep the legs as they are. Best you can. Drop over to the left. So long left leg, if there's room. Right knee still bent. That right foot flat on the mat. Left hand helping push the right knee toward the wall, opening up. All of this here. Little self-touch, self-massage, super appropriate. Check in. Lots of exhale breaths to help this. One more breath. All right. This is you straightening out both legs. Let's go for that big in-bed stretch. And both knees come in, both knees come in. One more time, let's get a little tighter, maybe a little tighter. How about other arm on top, other hand holding opposite elbow. Good, a good hold. Exhale, head and shoulders back down, shoulders out of ears. One more time, a little bit higher. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Actually, let's reset. Let's reset. Arms overhead, legs forward first. Always nice to let the body kind of get reminded of staying long. Both feet stay together now, both knees off to the side. Make that little diamond shape. Hands on those knees. It does not take a lot of pressure here. Maybe just resting hands. Right? I'm doing a little rocking. One knee toward the wall, other knee toward the wall. Obviously, the lower the feet toward the floor, the more intense this is going to be. Feel if you can get those legs not just toward the wall, but going out. Right? So I'm kind of pushing not only forward, but out a little bit. Nice. Now let's find a place where you can rest. Yeah? Rest those legs open, arms off to the side. Easy for the shoulder here. Just hug yourself. Arms draped over each other. Sort of fingertips loose, like water is just dripping off of them. Huge breaths into your shoulder. So I have my left arm on top. Doesn't matter which arm because we do both arms. But left arm is on top here. So I'm feeling this in through my left shoulder complex here. Huge breaths. Maybe you feel nothing. It's all good, right? We're just checking in with the parts. Open up those arms. Big inhale. Other arm on top. Hug. And then relax those arms. While we're doing our shoulders here, yeah, still working on those hips. Gravity helping push those feet down. Opening up the arms. Take the hands behind the head. Wrap those elbows in and just stretch out that upper back. Feels so good. Yeah, that cervical back, upper back. Doesn't really get a good stretch all the time. So really just rounding chin to chest. Peel the back up off the mat. One more breath. This can be plenty with the knees wide, feet together. Otherwise, let's try kick out into a straddle now. Yeah. If you look at the wall, have your feet equal height. You don't want one higher than the other. That's pretty good. Enough to stay here. More intensity, hands on the thighs, gently push. Whew. Those thighs toward the wall. This could be a lot on the knee attachments here. As body opens up, maybe you can coach the hips open a little bit more. Really nice position. I fell asleep in this position once, believe it or not. And what's nice about when you're so relaxed, like in sleep, your muscles just poof, poof, poof. It was like pillows opening. They just kept opening and opening. Legs got super wide, right? But for now, right, you could stay here really for as long as you want. But for time's sake, let's just two more breaths here. Two more breaths. Right, and soften those knees. Be gentle. Help those legs together. Yeah. Now, not straight legs. These are slightly bent. They're not too far bent. Right, so somewhere in the middle of that, just a little bent. Feet are hip distance, one hand on each knee. As you exhale, roll up. Inhale down, exhale, roll up. So keep your head looking up towards ceiling. As you exhale, push on your thighs. How high can you get up into your upper back? This is that fourth pose I was telling you about, super valuable on the wall to really just articulate the back. Usually we do a roll down from our top down, right? Because we're bending over something. This is from the bottom up. Right? Continue to move those hands. Let's do one more. If you're able, you can take those hands underneath your hips. I'm walking elbows in toward each other. Good to get those hips over chest as much as I can. Still looking up towards ceiling. One more breath here. All right, and yeah, I'll just show you this. It's more of a yoga move, but if you can take one leg off the wall, reach it over the head. This leg on the wall still in contact. Can you touch the ground behind you? Right, checking with the other leg. Go for splits here. All right, just something fun. Roll on down, one vertebra at a time. Super good on the back, everyone. Take that big stretch. Arms overhead, legs forward. All right. Feet slide down the wall, arms to the side. Just tick-tocking, side to side. Inhale, center. Exhale, side. Right? Stretching always gives us articulation to our body. Right? We don't want to tighten up. You know how that feels. Right. So just keep kneading, keep tenderizing yourself. One more time each side. Let's roll over onto one side. Whew, that feels pretty good. I'm going to do, let's do all right, 3 more stretches. 4 more stretches. 1, check it out. If you're sitting, right, working on that low back extension, not a rounding, but extending from your low back, feet are against the wall here, toes straight up towards sky. And it's going to prevent me from doing like floppy feet, right? So nice if you have them grounded against something. And exhale, nose past the toes. I can't cheat this way, right? I can't, my legs are long here, they can push down. And those toes up towards sky, so that when you do it off the wall someday, right, that's going to be your go-to, Okay? Moving on, right? Push a button, 1 second. Oop. Push the button. Straddle. Straddle on the wall. So you did it on your back, right? Those legs are long. The further you push toward the wall, the more intense this is going to be. Toes up toward the wall, right? You can just hang out there. You really do want to get as flat as you can. You can add a little twist here, right? As long as you're sitting up, you can add a forward bend reach, as long as that back hip stays down. There's a couple different things, a couple different ideas you could do there. All right. This, sitting sideways to the wall. And I'm about like an elbow length away from the wall. Take inside arm straight up towards ceiling, and then like a clock hand, it goes straight behind me. So this is about opening the chest here. Right, so this is like just 90 degrees, kind of hard to see, right? 90 degrees straight back, body, shoulders, hips still facing forward. Right? If you need the right hand to brace yourself, use it. Otherwise, you can use that hand to breathe into. So it's going up to my armpit. I can breathe into that hand. Right? The closer I am toward the wall, the more intense this is going to be on opening that serratus anterior, that pec minor, that higher chest area. Good. Do one more breath here. And now this other one, this last part of this is just taking 2 hands on the wall, wherever's comfortable, and I'm twisting. So I'm using this as bracing, lifting tall off the pelvis on the inhale. To exhale, get that left shoulder back. Inhale, sitting tall. Exhale, left shoulder back. 2 more breaths. Good. Yeah, feels really good. Healthy back there. Let's go ahead and do the same thing other side. Right? So sitting, maybe like elbows distance away. Arm goes straight up, arm goes straight behind. Yeah? Straight back from my shoulder. Outside hand either supporting or up to my shoulder. Exhale, getting that right shoulder back. Sorry, my shoulder back. Exhale, getting facing forward. Good. Maybe you sit closer. Now keep going. Wherever you are, just keep trying to sit higher and feel if you can keep your body facing forward. Right? So that you're opening, feeling that upper right chest stretch. And I think what's valuable about this is sometimes, right, when we're just kind of opening up the chest, we're doing both at the same time. This is, by doing it on the wall like this, you're doing each part of your chest separately. So you can kind of check in to see how they're doing separately. One more breath. Here's that bigger twist now. So just bending elbows, grabbing walls, sitting tall, exhale, right shoulder back. Sitting tall, exhale, right shoulder back, hug that back. One more breath. Nice on that. All right, let's take it up to a forward bend. We're coming out of our stretching now, away from the wall. We did this on, let's see, we did it on the chair the other day, where you just, this is really great though, lots of support here to keep your hips on the wall. The farther forward you take your feet, you can have them separated, whatever's comfortable for you, or just rounding over more intensity. You can fold the arms, let that head be heavy. Nice, one more breath. And then finally, from your belly, roll all the way up. We're gonna stand against the wall. So you know when you're lying on the ground, right? So just lie on the wall now. Can you feel your hips, both shoulders, arms, right? So both shoulders, I have to pull my shoulders back so I can feel that. My head is tall, right? Back of legs against the wall, heels pressing into the mat. Those feet going forward and back. Really good alignment here, everyone. I'm gonna take one more big breath. Now keep this alignment. Let's walk away from the wall. Can you feel that wall, that tallness on you? That's how you're gonna walk through your day, like this. Not as stiff as a wall, but yeah, you can feel that openness now. Everyone, congratulations. Thank you so much for doing the wall with me today, and I'm glad you're continuing to take care of yourself. Thank you for all the comments. They were really fun to read and inspiring too. Yeah, everyone. Oh, this Sunday, I have to say, at 8 a.m. Facebook Live, I'm going to be doing a full 1 hour easier yoga class, and then 2 weeks later, a little more challenging. Same thing, 8 o'clock, right? So if you want a full-on yoga class, so basically a lot of body weight exercise with some easier stretching, 2 weeks later, a little more challenging body weight exercise with deeper stretching. It could be fun. You know, check it in with your workout. See how you do. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Aloha. Bye.